Hey guys, I'm with my buddy Varian Rin. Hey look, I'm a hunter! And look, I'm the new version of a hunter! I'm a goblin! No, I'm not, I'm a gnome. Lol. Thanks for coming by though. Apparently I have 126 focus. Alright, today I'm going to be going over hunters, so that's all these specs. And the new melee survival. Like we needed another melee class. Thanks, Blizz. Idiots. Unfortunately, I don't have a mechanical pet, but I can create a level 1 at the end and show you what they look like, or I can put it in at some other time. I can drop it in an image or something and show you what they look like, but I guess they didn't want to put it in for level 100 because it's something unique to Goblin Hunters. Not Goblin. Gnome! Damn it, I keep saying Goblin. I've played too much Goblin. But as usual, let's have a look at the passives. There's only 3, there's not that many abilities for Beast Mastery for some reason. I currently play Hunters, so I know all of these abilities in Beast Mastery, a few in Marksmen, and I've not played Survival since Classic, when it was originally Melee. People forget that. People seem to forget that back in Classic and BC, Survival was Melee, and now they've gone back to it. So, if you have played since Classic and you realise and you know that, and you think, oh yeah, they did. Yeah. So people that are saying, oh, this is so bad, imagine what it was like for Classic. It was awful. It was tragic. Anyway, back to Beast Mastery and get off to the depressing side of more melee classes when we need ranged. First passive is Wild Call. Your auto-shot critical strikes have a 20% chance to reset the cooldown on dire beasts. I will go over what dire beasts means later. Mastery of beasts increases your damage done by your pets by 84%, because I have 84% of mastery. That's currently in live. I play Hunter Beast Mastery and that's exactly what it does. Beast Cleave! After you multi-shot, your pet's melee attacks will also strike all other nearby enemy targets for 100% as much for the next 4 seconds. Alright, that's alright. And then pet utility is Beast Lore, which basically shows you all the pet's abilities and damage and health and diet and abilities and whether it's exotic or not. Because people forget that Beast Mastery has the ability to tame exotic pets. So what that means, currently in live, I don't know whether it is for PTR or Legion, basically on my hunter I have you get a bonus per pet. It doesn't seem to be working on my wolf for some reason, but if it does work in PTR, I'll go check it out when I've got all the specs done. Basically what it means is you get extra bonuses. So currently the basic things are like, ooh, extra stamina, or extra crit, or extra haste. Whereas an exotic creature would give you, say, 5% increased strength, intellect, and agility for a party or raid, but then also 5% crit, which is the one I've got and the one I use on my main pet, because it's such a great bonus. I always shove this down here. It's really laggy today, I apologise, it's just literally had an update. Without having to look back on my main character, my main hunter, multi-shot. Fires several missiles hitting your current targets and all enemies within 8 yards for 2,999 physical damage and triggers Beast Cleave. Basically your pet does exactly the same thing. Multi-shot down. 3. Misdirection. Misdirects all threats you cause to the targeted party or raid member for the next 8 seconds. It's just a threat reducement. I have that on D currently, but I may put it somewhere else. Kill command. That's really cool. That's a really nice ability. Give the command to kill, causing your pet to savagely deal 32,194 physical damage to its target at 24-yard range. I have that on Q because it's such a great ability. Flare. This is great for PvP, but it's also pretty cool for general usage as well. Supposes all hidden and invisible enemies within the targeted area for 20 seconds. So it's basically, hey look, whee, and it drops. Where's all these stealth characters? That's basically what that is. Feign death. Feign death, tricking enemies into ignoring you, lasts up to 6 minutes. Basically that's, oh no, I'm dead. But I'm not really. That's why hunters are so annoying. And they've obviously added a heal, because hunters totally needed heals. They have got rid of kill shot though, the thing that heals you for some reason. Heals you for 30% of your pet, and your pet for 100% of maximum health. So that's a big heal. So I'm going to shove that down on 8 because I don't know where it's going to go. Eagle Eye, unlimited range and channeled. Changes your viewpoint to the targeted location for 1 minute. Only usable outdoors. So basically that allows you to see other areas. Disengage, leap backwards. Such a great ability, but honestly it really is an awesome ability. Dire Beast, summon a powerful wild beast to attack your target for 8 seconds, generates 12 focus over its duration. So that's a focus generation, which is quite important when you've only got 126 focus. That's going to go W, because it's a pet thing. But that's new, because I don't have that on mine currently. On my main, on my live character. It's quite a cool ability actually, I quite like it. Counter Shot. Interrupts spellcasting, preventing any spell in that school from being cast for 3 seconds. So every spec and class has at least one interrupt for spellcasting, which you think is quite annoying, but actually it's quite cool. Concussion Shot. Dazes the target's flowing movement speed by 50% for 6 seconds. Basically, hey look, I fire a bow at you doing damage and slowing you. Yay! Cobra Shot. Now the current main ability. A quick shot firing 50,459 physical damage. They got rid of Arcane Shot for Beast Mastery, which makes sense to be honest. It was annoying. Call Pet, which when you've got 5 pets you can call. I've only got 1 because I'm in PTR, so you only get 1. Bestial Wrath sends you and your pet into a rage, increasing all damage you both deal by 20% for 15 seconds. Bestial Wrath's remaining cooldown is reduced by 50% each time you use Dire Beasts. So Dire Beasts and Bestial Wrath work really well together, so you shove them next to each other, like the pet damage is there. And now we have a thing called Aspects, because we only had aspects of the cheetah and aspects of the monkey? But this used to be a big thing back in classic and vanilla, like vanilla BC and Wrath. We just have tons of aspects. There was aspects of the wild, aspects of the turtle, aspects of the cheetah, aspects of lion, aspects of pretty much every animal you could ever think of. But now these aren't permanent. They only last for a specific amount of time. So 10 seconds, 15, 20, whatever, 8, 9. But they do like awesome cool things, which I quite like. So let me just drop them all down there. Shove that there. Interrupt can go there. There we go, got them all, and then I can go in D. Actually, no, it's probably best on R, isn't it? It's heal, and they can all go there. So, Aspect of the Wild, 100 yards range, 2 minute cooldown, quite a large cooldown. Grants you and your pet 10 focus per 1 second and increased 10% critical strike chance on all attacks for 10 seconds. So basically that's a damage bonus and also focus regen. So that's pretty cool, but only lasts for 10 seconds. But that kind of makes sense, because if that was permanent, that'd be ridiculously OP. Like, that would be so much... That would be necessary of a massive nerf if that was permanent. So 10 seconds is definitely decent. But also piss off a lot of casters. Aspects of the Turtle. Deflects all attacks and reduces all damage you take by 30% for 8 seconds, but you cannot attack. So that is like... There's an ability currently that I can't remember what it's called, but is an ability that does a very similar effect to that. But that's quite a cool ability. Aspect of the Cheetah, the current one that's currently the permanent aspect, the only one, I think. But it's now only lasts 9 seconds. Increases your movement speed by 90% for 3 seconds, and then by 30 for another 9. So it lasts 12 seconds and increases movement speed. So it works really well with Disengage. So that's all the abilities. Pretty short, yes. Yes, pretty short. My pet is Ferocity because it's a wolf, and it basically just doesn't do anything. They're exactly the same abilities with a little bit of tweaking. Like, there's a few nerfs. It's not amazingly awesome. And now time for the talents. Yay! I'm going to go from the bottom this time to make it different. So we level 100s. The reason I'm going from the bottom is because I've been going from the top for the last, like, tons of videos that haven't probably come out yet. I don't know when they're coming out, I'm just filming them as I feel like I can. So, if you've seen all of them, great! If you haven't seen any of them, because this is like the third video to come out, then they'll be coming out very soon. So level 100, there's Stampede. Summon a herd of stampeding animals from the wilds around you that deal damage to the enemies for 12 seconds. Now that's not the same Stampede that's currently in live. It's been reworked and made slightly worse, but also it's still pretty cool. But I quite like it. Kill a Cobra. While Burst of Wrath is active, Cobra Shot resets the cooldown of Kill Command. Obviously it depends on what sort of hunter you want to be, but Beast of Wrath is currently on W, Cobra Shot is 1, and Kill Command is Q, so, you know, that would make a very difficult rotation, because that means you'd have to wait for 1.5 minutes to activate these two. Seems a bit stupid, to be honest. Aspect of the Beast, passive. Kill Command causes an additional effect based on your pet's specialization. Ferocity. The target also bleeds for 3,501 physical damage over 6 seconds. Tenacity. Your pet also takes 50% reduced damage for 6 seconds. Cunning. The target's movement speed is also reduced by 50% for 5 seconds. I'm going to go Stampede because why the freak nude? Yeah. I'm going to shove that on A. I'm going to shove all these down again. 90, Murder of Crows, which actually now does damage. It doesn't in live, I don't think. Summons a flock of crows to attack the target, dealing 133,952 physical damage over 15 seconds. When the target dies while affected in this ability, its cooldown will reset. So that's been made better, while Barrage, the next one, has been made a little bit worse. Not by much, but a little bit worse. Rapidly fires a spray of shots for 2.7 seconds, dealing 96,755 physical damage to a target and an average of 48,377 physical damage to each other enemy in front of you, usable while moving. So that's been a little bit nerfed, a little bit of change. So basically, they've increased the focus cost, I think, or kept it very similar, but they've definitely reduced the damage by quite a lot, obviously, because it was really good. And they've also put damage on the Murder of Crows, which makes a lot of sense, because it was actually a really cool ability. It was just crows firing down at a target, and it was like, ah no, crows! But it's quite cool that they're both decent abilities now, and not just one's an outright winner. And now his Volley requires ranged weapon. Well, duh. It's on the Beast Mastery spec. While active, your auto attack spend 3 focus to also launch a volley of shots that hit the targets and all other nearby enemies, dealing 2,916 additional physical damage. That seems so bad. I don't know why, it just seems really awful. So I'm going to go Barrage. And yes, that can be on 6. I will go to Murder of Crows when I'm going over the damage and stuff, to show you what the difference is. I'm just reading the comments down below. I love trade chat, it's just people bitching at each other. Intimidation. Commands your pet to intimidate the target, stunning it for 5 seconds. Why would I do that when I've got these two? Like, that should be like up here, when it actually should be. They just moved the road down to make it slightly better abilities. It just seems really pointless. We're in Sting. A stinging shot that puts the target to sleep, incapacitating them for 30 seconds. Damage will cancel the effect, usable while moving. Whereas Binding Shot fires a magical projectile, tethering the enemy and any other enemies within 5 yards for 10 seconds, stunning them for 5 seconds and if they move for more than 5 yards. from the arrow. So the whole bar is exactly the same as it is in live, and I've currently got binding shot because it's pretty cool, plus it's generally I prefer it. So that's going down here, I can go there, but like that. Might shove that there, or actually there. There we go. 60. I think this is all passives. Yep, all passives, yeah. I quite like the whole idea that the first few talents that you might get have a higher chance of being passive, so you actually have less abilities as you're leveling, and then when it sort of says, hey look, you have no abilities, level, you idiot, before you start, because then you can actually do something fun, you can actually play the game. I know that sounds really mean, and that was a bit rude, but they want people to play in-game content, because that's the point of the game. The point of the game is leveling and doing end-game content, so things like PvP, raiding, dungeons, anything. And in Legion, they're really working hard to make end-game content excellent. They've changed the honor system, they've made raiding better, which is almost impossible to do, but they have. They've given more dungeon types and difficulties, and they've made early game boring to make you want to get to endgame. And this is just another way of them doing it. So level 61, one with the pack. Grants wild course 50% increased damage to reset cooldown on dire beasts. Increases the damage bonus from beast around by 20%. Cool. Blink strikes. Your pet's basic attack deals 50% increased damage. Can now be used from 30 yards away. And will instantly teleport the pets behind the target. Your pet can teleport only once per 20 seconds. I'm going to go for Beast or Fury because it increases damage for me as well. Plus I feel like it, you know. Post haste. Disengage also frees you from any movement impairing effects and increases movement speed by 60% for 8 seconds. Fast stride. Your ability critical strike have a 10% chance to reset the cooldown of disengage. Whereas dash increases the duration of aspect of the cheetah by 3 seconds. I'll go for that. It seems slightly cooler. Plus, I don't like them. Stop! Not the musical, the ability. When your dire beasts charge in, they will stomp the ground, dealing 24,684 physical damage to all nearby enemies. Dire Frenzy causes your pet to enter a frenzy, performing a flurry of 5 attacks on the target and gaining 30% increased attack speed for 3 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. That's pretty cool. And Chimera Shot, or however you say it, a 2-headed shot that hits your primary target, another nearby target, dealing 8,179 physical damage to one, and 8,179 frost damage to the other, generates 10 focus every target hit. That's more damage, but that regenerates focus, whereas nothing else does. 8-second cooldown. Just gonna go there. Getting a ton of abilities now. Woohoo! Big Game Hunter! Finally! Increases your critical strike chance of your auto shot and cobra shot by 50%, and also on targets that are above 80% health. Cobra shot deals 10% increased damage for every pet or guardian you have active. 1, 10%, 20%. It's not that big. Dire Stable. Dire Beast generates 12 additional focus over its duration. Yeah, I'll go for that. There we go, done. Now time to test out the damage. Yippee-ki-yay! Was I glitching in the floor there? I have no idea. Yay! I love this mount, it's so cool. Right, let's test out this damage. A lot of people complaining about the damage and things in trade chat, which kind of annoys me. Blizzard have spent a long time sorting out this stuff, making it better for everyone. So stop freaking complaining about it, jeez. So right, let's have a look at this damage then. Fire! Is my pet going to attack? There we go. There we go. Dire beasts. Kill command. And then riding shot. Counter. Barrage. Oh, boom. That's a lot of numbers. Multi-shot. Call dire beast again. There we go. And then this is Stampede. Yeah, so just pets run like that. So it's not amazing, it's not like it is when all your pets are attacking, but that's awesome. Yeah, okay, so that's that. Let's show you Murder of Crows. Okay. So here's Murder of Crows. Murder of Crows! There it is. Not amazing. That's the barrage. Yeah, so I still prefer barrage. Right, I can't change it. Anyway, let's test out another spec. Marksmen! Yay! The current OP spec. Charm. Yay! I can still call a pet, which is quite good. Alright, let's have a look at these. Oh, let's do this. So you recognise a few of these abilities, yeah? Sniper training. This is currently in live, I know this. Range of all your ranged abilities is increased by 23%, and damage of all your focused spending abilities increased by 93%. Alright then, that's pretty cool. Hunting party. After you kill a target, the remaining cooldown of exhalation? I don't know, is reduced by 30 seconds. Hunter's Mark. Your auto shots have a chance to cause your next arcane shot or multi-shot to apply Hunter's Mark. Hunter's Mark activates marked shot. Awesome, okay. Bombardment! Bombardment! Your critical strike with multi-shot increased multi-shot damage by 60% for 5 seconds. Awesome. So I still have all these pet abilities, but I can't tame exotics. So, True Shot. It's like True Shot Aura, I think, or something. Increases haste by 40% and causes arcane shot and multi-shot to always apply Hunter's Mark. Oh, jeez. That can go there, that's fine. Pet utility, you all know that. Beast Lore basically shows you all the information on the beast. Dismiss pet. Dismisses it. Feed pet. Gives it food. Revive pet. Or mend pet. Heals the pet. You know. And then you've got Tame Pet at the end. Multi-shot fires several missiles hitting your current target and all enemies within 8 yards for 2,999 physical damage, 2,999. Generates 2 focus per target hit. That's pretty cool. Misdirects all threats you cause to the targeted party or raid member for the next 8 seconds. Now this one, I think, from memory, is quite a good ability. I don't think it's currently in live, but I know that I've looked and seen it before somewhere. Let's have a read. It costs 30 focus, which is masses, like tiny amounts of focus compared to, I think it's aim shot, isn't it? Yeah, 50. It does a similar amount of damage as well. Rapidly fires shots at all targets with your Hunter's Mark, dealing 19,777 physical damage and making them vulnerable for 30 seconds. Vulnerable. Damage taken from mark shot and aim shot increased by 25%, last 30 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. And then flare. And then flare. Flare. Exposes all hidden and invulnerable enemies within the targeted area for 20 seconds. Feign death. Tricking enemies into ignoring you lasts up to 6 minutes. Acceleration, it heals you 50% of maximum health. Okay. Eagle Eye changes your viewpoint to the targeted location for 1 minute, only usable outdoors. So still the same. Disenchantment backwards. Counter Shot interrupts spellcasting, preventing any spell in that score from being cast for 3 seconds. Concussive Shot dazes the target, slowing movement speed by 50% for 6 seconds. Core Pet, calls any pets. Bursting Shot fires an explosion of bolts at all enemies in front of you, knocking them back, disorientating them for 4 seconds, and dealing 3,514 physical damage. Then you have all these freaking aspects again. Or 2 of them actually, only 2. Wow, okay. Aspect of the Turtle deflects all attacks and reduces all damage you take by 30% for 8 seconds, but you cannot attack. Aspect of the Cheater increases your movement speed by 90% for 3 seconds, and then 30% for another 9. And then Aim Shot, a quick shot that deals 5,679 arcane damage, generates 5 focus. Aim Shot, a powerful aim shot that deals 16,255 physical damage. All the abilities talked about. Time for talents. I'm going to shove that there though, and then that there, that there, that's there, and then that's done. Lone Wolf. Sorry. Okay, for the other one, I'm going to go from the bottom upwards. Jesus. So, Sidewinders replaces Arcane Shot. Launches Sidewinders that travel toward the target, weaving back and forth and dealing 11,664 nature damage to each target they hit. Cannot hit the same target twice. Applies Vulnerable to all targets hit. And Vulnerable increases damage from Mark Shot and Aim Shot. Piercing Shot, a powerful shot which deals up to 118,602 physical damage to the target, and up to 59,301 physical damage to all enemies between you and the target. It uses all your focus though, pretty much, except 5. Trick Shot. It's a passive ability though. Aim Shot will now also ricochet and hit all vulnerable targets for 30% of normal damage. If there are no vulnerable targets, the damage of your next aim shot is increased by 15%. Now this is hard to pick, just to clarify, because they all increase your damage by a massive amount. But this generates 5 focus, and this generates 60 focus. So I'm going Sidewinders. Oop. That's wrong. Okay. Let's replace multi-shot for some reason. I have 2 of them. Awesome. Oh yeah, I've lost multi-shot. Okay, I've lost multi-shot. Awesome. Doesn't say that. Places Arcane Shot, and I've lost multi-shot. Great! Cheers! Oh, Jesus. Volley. While active, your auto-attack spends 3 focus to also launch a volley of shots that hit the targets and all other nearby enemies, dealing 5,638 additional physical damage. The weakest one of this row. Barrage rapidly fires a spray of shots for 2.7 seconds, dealing 96,755 physical damage to the target and an average of 48,377 physical damage to each other enemy in front of you. Usable while moving though. Murder of Crows summons a flock of crows to attack your target, dealing 140,752 physical damage over 15 seconds. When a target dies, the effect of this ability is cooldown. If its cooldown will reset. Yes. I went for Murder of Crows. Camouflage. You and your pet blend into the surroundings and gain stealth for 1 minute. When camouflaged, you will heal 2% every 1 second. We're in Sting, a sting that basically puts the target to sleep, but damage will cancel the effect. And Binding Shot. Binding Shot basically is a magical projectile that holds people in tethers, the enemy and any other enemies within 5 yards for 10 seconds. Turn them for 5 seconds and if you move out to 5 yards from the arrow. Yeah, so it's a pretty cool ability, to be honest. Ooh. Shove it on W. Level 61. I'm getting through these pretty fast, so I hope you appreciate this, because I really hate... oops. Hit the mic there, sorry. Really hate hunters, like MM hunters, because currently they are OP. And if you aren't an MM hunter, you basically can't raid. If you haven't seen my podcast about it, it may be in the cards, but you can just scroll through my videos and find it. It's the reason why I don't raid anymore, to be brutally honest. Explosive shot. Fires a slow moving munition. I don't know if that's supposed to be ammunition. It says munition. Directly forward. Activating this ability a second time detonates the shot, dealing up to 38,880 fire damage to all enemies within 8 yards. Damage based on proximity. Applies onto marks all enemies near the target. Oh, great. Gain the patience of a veteran sniper, increasing your maximum focus by 30% and causing vulnerable to increase your marked shot and aim shot damage by 150%, but also lasts 6 seconds. And no longer stacks. Okay. We get a bonus for having marked shot. I just mark on things, don't I? Your also attacks have a chance to cause your next by Hunter's Mark. Okay. Yeah, it makes that better. It applies all of them. I'm going to shove that on because it gives me Hunter's Mark on everything. Increases damage. 45s. I seem to be very left picking, don't I? I need to go a bit right. I don't like having it like all in one side. Makes me feel a little bit cheeky. Plus there's Lone Wolf up there, I can see it. It's so tempting to click. Post haste. Disengage or freeze you from any movement impairing effects, increases movement speed by 60%. Fast Rider ability, critical strike chance, have a 10% chance to reset the cooldown, disengage. Increases your... I'm going to go for that one. I've also had that one, but you know. Lock and load. Passive. Your ranged auto attacks have an 8% chance to trigger lock and load, causing your next 2 aim shots to cost no focus and be instant. Aim shot does a lot of damage. Black Arrow. Fires a black arrow at the target, dealing 15,556 shadow damage over 8 seconds and summoning a dark minion to taunt it for the duration. When you kill an enemy, the remaining cooldown of Black Arrow will reset. True Aim. Each successive arcane or aim shot fired at the same time increases the damage those shots deal to the target by 2%, stacking up to 10 times the limit one target. That's actually pretty cool. I don't know, lock and load. All that. I'll go for that. True Aim. Increases the damage by 2%. Oh, I sneezed. Interesting. I usually scream when I sneeze, so I'm very surprised I didn't. Basically that does shots fired at the same time increases the damage those shots deal to the target. Arcane shot. I don't have arcane shot anymore, so why am I clicking on that? There we go, lock and load instead. I don't have arcane shot anymore because I went for sidewinders. Actually, I'll go for that and then go for that. So I get aim shot back. I mean, no, that's good, but that does gain a large amount of focus. Actually, I have to put these on the same row. A powerful shot which deals up to 118,600 physical damage to enemies between you and the target. There we go. And now at the top, increases your damage by 20%, but you no longer use Call Pet. Steady Focus. Using Arcane Shot on Multi-Shot 3 times in a row increases the focus generation by 25%. Careful Aim. Aim Shot, Arcane Shot, Mark Shot and Multi-Shot have 20% increased critical strike chance against targets above 80% health, and those critical strikes deal an additional 30% damage. I'm going to go Lone Wolf. Bye bye pet. More damage. Yay. Yippee-ki-yay. I gain multi-shot again. Yay. There we go. I don't get a pet anymore either. Yay. Right. Let's have a look at these damage abilities then. Have I got them already? Have I got everything on my bar that I need? I do. So let's have a look. Whoa, 7 million. this in a minute. I want to try this out. Oh yeah. Yeah, okay, that's pretty cool, actually. I still prefer Beast Mastery, but it's pretty cool, actually. Finally, let's check Survival, the new melee class, which was very unnecessary for them to make, and a lot of people don't like it. Don't like the idea of another melee class, even though they've already added in Demon Hunter, which is also a melee class. It's getting to the point where 90% of all specs are melee, and all the other 10% are ranged. What we really need is a hero spellcaster, so like a better druid or something. But Demon Hunters they should focus on melee because there's so many and it's annoying. Anyway, let's have a look. Can't use guns, can I? Or can I? No, I can't. Can now though. Yay. I've never played with survival before, so if I'm crap, give me a break. Apparently we have traps. There we go. Right, let's have a look at these. Only 2 passives. Okay. So survivalist. After you kill a target, you and your pet gain 15% health over 10 seconds. Okay, so I can call my pet in. There we go. Hunting companion. Your pet's attacks have a 9.7 chance to grant you an additional charge of Mongoose Bite. I'll explain what Mongoose Bite is in a bit. Wild Clip. Aims the target, reducing movement speed by 15% for 15 seconds. And I get a frick ton of traps. So there's Freezing Trap, Explosive Trap, and Tar Trap. Frost Trap hurls a Frost Trap at the target location that incapacitates the first enemy that approaches for 1 minute. Damage will break the effect. Limited 1 trap will exist for 1 minute. Explosive Trap tosses a fire trap on the ground in front of you that explodes when an enemy approaches it, causing 13,608 fire damage and burning all enemies within 5 yards for 13,610 additional fire damage over 10 seconds. Trap will exist for 1 minute. So the 1 minute traps effectively. Hurls a tar trap at the target location that creates a 0-yard radius pool of tar around itself for 30 seconds. When the first enemy approaches, all enemies have 50% reduced movement speed while in the trap airy trap effect. Alright, I don't know what that means. Raptor Strike, a vicious slash doing 8,000 physical damage. Okay, pet utility, so Beast Law tells you about the pet, dismisses the pet, feeds the pet, heals the pet or revives the pet, and then tames a new pet. I know that was fast, but I've gone over it for all 3. Muzzle. Interrupts spellcasting, preventing any spell in that school from being cast for 3 seconds. Mongoose Bite. That's that one. Gives you additional charge. Attempts to sever the target's limbs. Ew. With a brutal attack that deals 13,466 physical damage and grants you Mongoose Fury. Mongoose Fury increases Mongoose Bite damage. Shut up, Shaman. Mongoose Fury increases Mongoose Bite damage by 50% for 12 seconds, stacking up to 6 times. Successive attacks do not increase duration. Lacerate. Tears a bleeding wound in the target, dealing 37,332. Jesus. Physical damage over 12 seconds. Alright, so I might be survival for the next expansion. That seems really OP in my opinion. Hatchet Toss. Toss. Tosses a hatchet at the enemy, dealing 389 physical damage. Okay, maybe not. That seems really low. Just sorting out the bar. Harpoon. Hurls a harpoon at the enemy, rooting them in place for 3 seconds and pulling you to them. Okay, a bit unnecessary. Flare basically exposes hidden enemies while in the target location for 20 seconds, so it looks like this. Whee! And then boom. When you see people like stealth and stuff. Flanking Strike. A coordinated attack on the target where you deal 10,772 physical damage and your pet deals 12,550 physical damage. If the target is attacking you, your pet attack will deal 50% increased damage and 400 increased threat. Jesus! Otherwise your pet will deal 50% increased damage. Flanking Strike has double the normal chance to trigger Hunting Companion. Jeez. Hunting Companion is that, so it gives me an extra charge of Mongoose Bite. Feign Death, fake to be dead. For 6 minutes. Heals you for 30% and your pet for 100% of maximum health. Eagle Eye, which can be down here. Changes the viewpoint to be targeted at a location for 1 minute, unusable outdoors. Carve. A sweeping attack that strikes all enemies in front of you for 5,817 physical damage. You can call your pets here. I've only got one. Aspects. So I'm going to shove all my aspects down on the bottom bar and explain them to you. Aspect of the turtle. Deflects all attacks and reduces all damage you take by 30% for 8 seconds, but you can't attack. Aspect of the eagle. Yay, it's back. Grants you and your pet 10% increased critical strike chance on all abilities. And increases your chance to gain charges of Mongoose Bite by 100%, lasts 10 seconds. Oh, Jesus, my nose is really itchy today. Aspect of the cheetah. Increases movement speed by 60%, 90% for 3 seconds, and then by 30 for another 9. That's all the abilities done, now time for talents. But first I'm going to sort out my bar because it's damn tragic. So, let's have a look at these. I'm going to go for the top this time, because all the other hunter specs have gone from the bottom, and they were really hard to pick. Oh my god, Mirror of Crows has moved up to... it was on 90, now it's on 60. Yay! Animal Instincts. Flanking Strike also grants you the instincts of your pet for 7 seconds, providing one of the following combat enhancements. Instincts of the Raptor, increased haste. Instincts of the Cheetah, increased movement speed by 20%. Instincts of the Mongoose, increases mastery by 10%. Throwing axes, tosses 3 axes at the enemy, each dealing 9,720 physical damage. The weight of the Mock Nathal. Okay, Raptor Strike also grants you Knock Nathal tactics, increasing your attack power by 3% for 8 seconds, stacking up to 4 times. Which is Raptor Strike? Is that one? No, that's Lacerate. Raptor Strike's Theron. Okay. I feel like going for that one. But I quite like that one. I don't know whether it does anything. I don't know whether it's giving me any abilities. That's the only worry. Is it giving me ability? Is it giving me a passive thing? It has not. I'm going to go for throwing axes. Just cause. I'm going to shove that like that. There we go. Right. Caltrops. Replaces Tatrap. I don't know what they are. Scatters Caltroops or Caltrops in the area for 15 seconds. Enemies who step in Caltrops will take 972 bleed damage every 1 second and have 70% reduced movement speed for 6 seconds. That's pretty cool. Reduces the cooldown of Freezing Trap by 15% and the cooldown of Explosive Trap and Tar Traps by 50. Jesus. Places Freezing Trap. Does a Steel Trap to the target location that immobilizes the first enemy that approaches for 30 seconds and deals 58,320 bleed damage over 30 seconds. Other damage may break the immobilization effect. Okay. So I quite like that one. What are the cooldowns on the traps? 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. Let's have a look what it changed to. 25.5, 15, okay, that's that's fine. 30 seconds every 1 second. That's 6 seconds. Yeah, that's not as good as that. These are all in the other ones. So dash increases the duration of aspect of the cheetah by 3 seconds. Fast Rider, your ability, critical strike, have a 10% chance to reset the remaining cooldown of harpoon. Which is harpoon? I honestly have no idea which one's which. It's that one. Oh, okay. That'd be quite useful actually. Go for that one. Well, that means I'm going to go for that one instead. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If I move all these down, I should be able to get all the traps in somewhere. I can go there. I can go there, and then I can go there. And then I've also got that if I feel like doing them. But that's all the traps. I mean, I should really put them here. Yeah, let's get busy. Sorry. Let's get busy. Alright, Murder of Crows. This is the current one that's in live. Summons a flock of crows to attack your target over 15 seconds. If the target dies while under basically just no damage. It's just annoying. Mortal Wound. Each time Lacerate deals damage, you have a 2% chance to gain a charge of Mongoose. Oh my god. Which one's Lacerate? Just name something that's a decent damn name, jeez. 2%. Nah, that's awful. Instantly grants you 3 charges of Mongoose Bite. 1.5 minute cooldown, that's a passive. I feel like going for that one to be honest. Right. Camouflage. You and your pet blend into the surroundings and gain stealth for 1 minute. While camouflaged, you will heal 2% every 1 second. Wings clip, I think, is on W, if I'm right. Yay, I got one right. Ranger's Nest. Hurls a net at the enemy, rooting the target for 3 seconds and then reducing movement speed by 50% per 15 seconds. Damage may break the effect. Sticky Bomb. Hurls a concussive grenade at your target, which sticks to them and explodes for 3 seconds, knocking them back all nearby enemies. That's actually pretty cool. I quite like that. I can go there. Carve. Which one's Carve? God damn it! Okay, it's that one. Butchery. Strike all nearby enemies in the flurry of strikes, inflicting 20,698 physical damage to each. And that does... Okay, I'm going Butchery. I'm going to read through them first, just to make sure. There was a Dragonfire grenade at the target and explodes into flames, inflicting 31,104 fire damage over 8 seconds. And reducing movement speed by 20%. The volatile flames on the target also scorch nearby enemies for 3,888 damage. Oh god. Can we have a spec that's actually balanced? Like, I want a spec that's actually decently balanced. Because this row, I want that one and that one. Serpent Sting. Targets hit by your Raptor Strike and your Carve are also affected by Serpent Sting, dealing 21,000... Oh, Jesus. Raptor Strike and Carve. Raptor Strike. That one. And then that one. Oh, I like that one. I like that one too. I'll shove that up there with the grenades. There we go. And one more spec left. One more talents. One more set of talents left. Spitting Cobra. Summon a Spitting Cobra for 30 seconds that attacks your target for 779 nature damage every 2 seconds. While the Cobra is active, you gain an extra 3 focus every 1 second. Lasts 30 seconds and does very little damage. Expert Trapper. All your traps are improved the following ways. Freezing Traps. When Freezing Traps incapacitate ends affects the victims and all nearby enemies' movement speed is reduced by 50%. Explosive Traps. Increases explosive traps damage to the triggering enemy by 100%. Tar Traps. Enemies moving through the tar have a chance to be rooted in place for 4 seconds. Steel Trap. Your Steel Traps also damage an immediate 19,440 bleed damage when triggered. Caltrops increase damage by 50%. Aspect of the Beast. Flanking Strike causes an additional effect based on your pet's specialization. Ferocity, the target also bleeds for 3,501 physical damage over 6 seconds. Tenacity, your pet also takes 15% reduced damage. Cunning is movement speed. I like Expert Trapper. It just improves my traps. Right, let's have a playthrough. So just to clarify, this is definitely a melee class. I don't know what it's going to be like. Let's actually use the abilities to get close. That's pretty cool. Whoa! Someone's an outlaw. Okay. And then boom. Okay, so this is really weird. What was that? Okay, I might shove these down here. Okay, I do not like this. Damage is good, but it's melee. Hunters shouldn't be melee. Like, just no. I'm done. I'm done with this freaking melee spec. Leave me alone. I'm done. I'm off. Goodbye. Right, thanks for watching, guys. I'm sorry about finishing on survival. It was tragic. I mean, it looks alright, doesn't it? With all these traps and stuff. Like, they look alright. It looks good. Like, lol. But it looks alright. And then you get these annoying abilities. Like, stop making Blizzard. Seriously, stop making classes the wrong way. Survival, yes, can be melee, but I remember the days when you used to have a quiver, and you used to have to buy your bows, and survival could be melee, and also have bows, like pretty much all hunters. But seriously, no, not survival, no melee, no, please, no. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. And remember to hit like and subscribe. I'm sorry about my rage about survival. It really annoys me. It really does. Anyway, I'm going to go relax in the park. There we go. Stonewood Park. Nice and relaxing. It's not like it's a grave at all for anything. Spoiler alert. Ah. I want to sit down here. Damn you.
I'm out of range.
I'm out of range. Ah, so nice. So pretty. So pretty. There we go. Screenshot. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. And remember to hit like and subscribe. I will see you next time for more PTR videos. Goodbye.